Why do so many runners get injured at such an embarrassing rate? The research from across the world confirms that around 50% of regular runners are injured every year. A meta-study from Europe said 37 to 56% of all regular runners are injured every single year. Wake Forest research says 73% of regular runners get an overuse injury every year. Harvard School of Public Health says 25% of runners are injured at any given time. What's going on here? Here's what's happening. The invention of the elevated cushion running shoe enables poorly adapted people who shouldn't be running to shuffle off down the street or down the trail, down the road to overuse injury. So the shoes enable this prominent technique error of a jarring, breaking, overstriding pattern. And there are four main reasons that these overuse injuries are happening at such an extreme rate. One is the use of the poor form that inappropriately disperses excess impact trauma throughout the lower extremities, leading to what's called microtrauma in the sensitive areas of the connective tissue, the joints and the muscles. And that eventually, when you don't recover sufficiently, because a lot of overtraining patterns are in place with regular runners, that's when you get an overuse injury. So it's the poor form enabled by the cushion shoes. Secondly, it's a lack of general overall musculoskeletal conditioning, mobility, flexibility, basic athletic competency to set you up to run successfully. Number three, it's the extreme sedentary patterns of modern life. So we have this weekend warrior syndrome where you're sitting around spending hours and hours in front of a screen all day, and then you think that you can bust out of work at 5 p.m., put on some running shoes, and go heading down the road. So we have the sedentary patterns of life, we have the lack of overall musculoskeletal conditioning, we have the poor form enabled by the shoes, and finally we have overly stressful workouts. So exercising at a slightly to significantly too stressful of a pace causes the body to break down and not recover from the training patterns. Of course, going too hard one day because you got up with your buddies and you went for a really fast one and you were hanging on the back and trying, that's okay. It's the pattern of workouts that are overly stressful that lead to the body to break down and get injured in these vulnerable areas.